So a quick dive into the structure of SAU and we want to see the price action from the break of structure of a descending trend line, and we draw analysis from there, and we can see how price have reacted actively, the descending trend line breakouts, and price retested and doing a sincere sell-off, and the price return on buy after tapping into the supply roof. So these are supply roof, and that is why you've seen price uptick to retrieve majority of the 1,000 pip sell drop. And we have other things as evidence to the rise in price. We have here a 4-hour break of structure, a retest, which is also very clear for us to see our 4 hours break of structure here. If you switch your line chart, you see resistance structure, break of resistance structure, retest 1, retest 2, price returns on retest 3. And on that footnote, buying commenced, and we look at it again to see if we have more confluence, and why buying should continue. So now we look at another structure again, breakout from an ascending trend line. A breakout from an ascending trend line calls for retest, a retest to a broken structure. When a demand floor is broken, it becomes a supply roof, a foundation for sell, where sellers anchor and the sink price. So what we're looking at here, we have an ascending trend line, blue ascending trend line, breakout from the blue ascending trend line, a dynamic support structure acting as a dynamic support that have kept price on the buying side. The structure is broken, so we want price to retest a broken demand floor. This is a demand floor for optic, and you can see actively how price has pulled out from this structure. After testing for the last time, I want a retest into 2,710, where I will look for a buy opportunity. I will look for a sell opportunity at this level. So at this level, who want price to return at this level? Or the worst case scenario, we want a return. The retest at this level will be appreciated at double confluence. If price returns at this level, 2,721, it will be a sell. Then we need to be mindful to see that the 4 hours candle have enough rejection where we have the wicks at the level and the body below the line to retest a breakout of the ascending trend line structure. And we have another technical perspective to this, where we see a resistance structure, a break of a resistance structure, and the final sell confirmation that drop price by over 1,000 pip. This fundamental was driven by the change in political landscape in the United States. Donald Trump emerging as the new president shook the gold market, reinforced the greenback as a safe haven. So I think at the moment that the sentiment of the DXY will begin to change, and such change in DXY sentiment will affect Euro USD, USD JPY, AUD USD, USD CAD, USD ZAR. So we begin to see change in market trajectory. So we'll be mindful to see what DSY does, and we'll look next what Federal Open Committee will come up with. Are rate change on the desk? Will rate remain the same, or will they reduce rate further? So we'll continue to monitor the index, and we have another break of structure where we have here resistance structure, breakout of a resistance structure. So on technical, we also want a retest to this level. Where structure was broken, we want a retest to that level. You can see the structure. After acting a dynamic support, price broke the structure, came down here, break and retest. On this note, we sold from 2,720 into 2,642 into 43. So we have multiple confluence at this level rejecting good buy. So if we manage to get to 2,716 into 2,721, sell SAU USD. So it's based on technical. It's based on technical. So the market is well calibrated. It's well calibrated. You can see here support structure by way of the weeks. You can see the 2 weeks support structure, support structure, break of a support structure, price returns at 2,700, respected the structure by dropping 70 pip. A break of a demand floor becomes a supply roof on technical. So we want to see further downslide and we take our action. Gold is setting up another 1,000 pip drop. It's setting itself up for another 1,000 pip drop. So we have to be prepared. We have to follow structure by structure, layer by layer, fundamental by fundamental. As fundamentals unfold, we recalibrate. Every change in fundamental requires recalibration in market structure. So this is all we see for SAUUSD by Shabby FS Hub. So we look at it and we are very hopeful that price will play into our net. Price will play into our net. So we have another structure, a breakup from this channel. If we clone this, I also expect price to return at this level to retest this floor for me. I'm also hopeful that a retest to this level, it's also on the card. So we can retest this level and I want price to be at this level. This is what I want. This is what I like. So if we continue to make our way down, then we have this channel, we have this trend line to hold responsible for our support for uptick. So this is what we want to see. So every layer represents the motion of buying and selling. Gold is extremely volatile, especially in a time of geopolitical tension and political instability. So its safe haven status remains intact. So I think at this level that buyers may want to extend selling up to this level. So if we have another drop up to this level around 2,540, then we should look at a buy. This level is a decent buy zone. So at this level, I have a point here. I'm also looking at buying this level critically for a buy. It makes a decent sense to wait for price at this level, 2,530. If we coincide with a descending trend line, that gives us a double confluence. Our double confluence will have a greater probability for upswing. So we are looking for more weakness to particular levels in price that will give us the right trigger and keep trading in the right direction. The overall bias is bullish. So we stay in the long-term bias, which is bullish. That doesn't mean we won't have intraday correction. Intraday correction is okay, but long-term direction is key and critical.